Hello, Smart Garden family. Welcome back to the channel where we transform ordinary gardens into extraordinary growing spaces. Today we're exploring something truly exciting that has the potential to revolutionize how you grow your root crops. Whether you're nurturing carrots, potatoes, radishes, or beets, the combination of biochar and cardboard through strategic layering creates an underground ecosystem that your plants will absolutely thrive in. This isn't just another gardening technique. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about soil building and root crop cultivation. The marriage of biochar and cardboard represents one of the most powerful soil-building partnerships available to home gardeners. Biochar, that ancient Amazonian secret, is essentially charcoal created through pyrolysis, the process of heating organic material in low-oxygen conditions. What makes biochar extraordinary for root crops is its incredibly porous structure. Under a microscope, biochar resembles a sponge city with countless chambers and passages. Each gram contains hundreds of square meters of surface area, creating countless homes for beneficial microorganisms and acting as a nutrient reservoir right where your roots need it most. Cardboard brings its own remarkable benefits to this partnership. When you lay down those brown corrugated sheets, you're not just suppressing weeds, you're introducing a slow-release carbon source that transforms into rich humus as it decomposes. The cardboard layer creates physical pathways as it breaks down, forming channels that guide roots deeper into the soil while simultaneously improving drainage and aeration. This combination addresses the fundamental challenge of root crop cultivation, creating loose, nutrient-rich soil that allows roots to expand without resistance while maintaining consistent moisture and fertility. The synergy between biochar and cardboard operates on multiple levels simultaneously, each reinforcing the benefits of the other. Biochar's microscopic pore structure doesn't just hold nutrients, it fundamentally changes how your soil functions. The charged surface of biochar particles attracts and holds positively charged nutrients like calcium, potassium, and magnesium, preventing them from washing away with every rain or watering session. This high cation exchange capacity means nutrients stay exactly where your growing roots can access them, rather than leaching into deeper soil layers beyond reach. Meanwhile, the decomposing cardboard provides the carbon framework that feeds soil microorganisms. As these microbes break down the cardboard, they create sticky substances called glomalin and other exudates that bind soil particles into stable aggregates. These aggregates are the foundation of excellent soil structure. They create the perfect balance between drainage and moisture retention. The decomposition process also generates organic acids that help solubilize minerals, making them available to plant roots. When biochar is present in this environment, it becomes colonized by beneficial fungi and bacteria that form symbiotic relationships with your plants, extending the functional reach of the root system far beyond the physical roots themselves. The drainage revolution this combination creates cannot be overstated. Root crops are particularly sensitive to waterlogging, which can cause rot, splitting, and disease. The layered system channels excess water downward, while the biochar's porous structure holds moisture in reserve, releasing it gradually as plants need it. This buffering capacity means your soil maintains more consistent moisture levels, reducing stress on developing roots and resulting in straighter, more uniform crops. Building your layered bed begins with proper site preparation and material selection. Start by choosing a location with at least 6 hours of sunlight for most root crops. Clear any major debris, but leave the existing soil and even weeds in place. They'll decompose and contribute nutrients. Source plain brown cardboard, avoiding any with glossy printing or plastic coating. The best cardboard comes from appliance boxes or shipping materials. Remove all tape, staples, and labels before use. Lay your cardboard foundation with generous overlap, at least 6 inches between sheets, to prevent any weed breakthrough. This initial layer should be moistened thoroughly until water runs through to the soil beneath. This step is critical because dry cardboard repels water and will slow the entire decomposition process. Once moistened, the cardboard becomes supple and begins its transformation into soil. Before adding your biochar layer, you must charge it properly. Raw biochar acts like a nutrient sponge, initially absorbing nitrogen and other nutrients from your soil as it establishes its microbial colonies. Charging prevents this temporary nutrient tie-up. Mix your biochar with rich compost, aged manure, or worm castings at a ratio of about 1 part biochar to 3 parts organic matter. Let this mixture sit for at least 2 weeks, keeping it moist. This pre-charging period allows beneficial microorganisms to colonize the biochar and saturates it with nutrients that will be slowly released to your plants. Apply your nitrogen-rich green layer next. Fresh grass clippings, coffee grounds, or livestock manure work beautifully. This should be about 3 to 4 centimeters thick. Incorporate your charged biochar into this layer or sprinkle it separately, using roughly 1 to 2 liters per square meter. Follow with your carbon-rich brown layer of straw, dried leaves, or shredded paper at 5 to 7 centimeters depth. Continue alternating these green and brown layers, maintaining approximately a 25 to 30 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen ratio, until your bed reaches 20 to 25 centimeters in total height. Different root crops benefit from specific layering adjustments. Carrots and parsnips, with their long taproots, need deeper beds with especially loose texture in the lower layers. Consider adding extra biochar to the bottom third of your layering to ensure these deep roots encounter optimal conditions. Potatoes, which form tubers in the upper soil layers, benefit from concentrated biochar and organic matter in the top 15 centimeters. Radishes and turnips, being shallow growers, thrive with richer, finer textured top layers where you might incorporate more finished compost. If you encounter compaction issues after several months, your carbon to nitrogen ratio may be off, or your cardboard layer might be too thick and decomposing too slowly. Remedy this by carefully working in additional nitrogen sources or by ensuring better initial moisture management. Nutrient deficiencies in layered beds typically indicate insufficient charging of biochar or inadequate green material in the initial layering. Address this by top dressing with compost tea or diluted liquid fertilizer while the system establishes itself. Scaling these techniques works brilliantly across different growing systems. In raised beds, you can build the entire growing medium using this layering approach, creating ideal conditions from the start. For containers growing root crops, incorporate charged biochar into your potting mix at about 10 to 15% by volume, with a cardboard disc at the bottom to slow drainage while preventing compaction. In larger garden plots, create paths between layered growing zones, allowing you to expand your improved soil systematically over time. When harvest time arrives, the difference this system makes becomes beautifully apparent. Root crops grown in biochar cardboard layered beds typically show remarkable uniformity, exceptional size, and improved flavor profiles. The loose soil structure means harvesting becomes easier. Roots slide out with minimal resistance and breakage. The improved nutrient density often translates to better storage characteristics and enhanced nutritional content in your harvest. The long-term benefits of this approach compound with each growing season. Unlike conventional fertilizers that provide temporary nutrient boosts, biochar remains stable in soil for hundreds or even thousands of years, continuously improving soil function. Each season, the organic matter you add integrates with the existing structure, building deeper, richer topsoil. The microbial communities you've established become more diverse and resilient, creating a truly self-sustaining ecosystem that requires fewer external inputs over time. Now it's your turn to experience these results firsthand. Start with a small testbed this season, document your results and compare them with your traditional growing areas. The proof will be in your harvest basket. If this guide has inspired you to try biochar and cardboard layering, make sure to subscribe to Smart Garden so you never miss our soil building innovations. Share this guide with your fellow gardeners who are ready to take their root crop game to the next level, and drop a comment below sharing your experiences with layering techniques. Together, we're building better gardens and better soil, one layer at a time.